All right, well, update. So I've got an 1,100 pound farm cart I brought out, put the fork trucks on, got the weight off. I cannot get that back, it's in the mud, so I'm still worried about putting a jack on it. But it turns out it wasn't mesquite. Well, it was, but something caught my my valve and ripped my valve out, and I've seen that happen from time to time. So my idea is to continue to get this thing up on blocks and clean this tire out and dry it. I don't want a wet tire in there. It's full of water right now. And maybe I won't even have to break a nut there if I can get it all the way back on and these all the way clean. And rotate that hub around. I don't know how to get the water out of there. Man. All right. And also, I still want to try to cut that in. I will order a valve stem because I really don't want to drive through that mud right now. All right. Well, this hasn't been a very successful day for me. One step forward, two steps back. All right, so let me rotate. All right, so all I was going to try to do is drain some water, and I still might with with a hoe by hand. So my rim was full of water, so I can't just do that. I see I nicked it up a little bit, getting it off right there. So what I'm going to do is get a pumice stone and chase this with a pumice stone and clean it up. I did not want rusty water inside my tire, you know, eventually eating through the weld beads and destroying my rim. So I'm going to let it air out, get it all cleaned up. And I'm kind of stuck here because I don't want to drive through that. I got a four-wheel drive, which would get me through the flooded driveway, but I'm going to order these in, the valve stems for that tractor, so that I have them, get them in. I could take the four-wheeler up to the box and get an Amazon package. Not too bad. I did nick it a couple of places. That could have been. So I think what happened was when I was underneath all that brush, one of those low-hanging tree branches came in here and snapped that right off. Just pulled it right out. And that's why some farmers, they weld a bracket over the top of it. And I've had that happen twice in my life. So if Murphy's Law, if there's some way to rip the valve stem out of a tractor tire, that's some way we'll be fine. I watched the videos, and another probability is, although I looked inside the tire, there was none of the mesquite thorns had gotten through. But if the tire was already low and I came in at an angle, I could have rolled it off and then broke the valve stem off in the mud. I looked around for it real quick. Let me rotate. Now, I am not going to find it in this marsh. But I think I might have lost it in here is where. And then I backed out, came around, and by the time I noticed it was off the bead, I was neck deep in mud, which is really what I wanted to be. I wanted to be neck deep in mud. Our valve stem could be down in there. When I pulled in, you know, I was way down in there, so there could be a stump in there that would have grabbed it. I went around today and put all those little yellow flags where all the low spots are, and still going to connect from there to here somehow. Not sure now. I think I'll just get an as and see if I can just as my way through tonight, just so that can get draining. All right, well, shoot. Like, subscribe, follow me along. You're all I got, because the little tractor has left me. Hank's nowhere to be found. Help me, internet. You're the only ones who can. Help me. All right, I got it all back up here and cleaned off. So I've inspected the inside. I found no mesquites, but right there, I'm going to guess the rim, as it came off, ran over and hit that bead pretty hard. Now, it's still not no problem there, but I'm definitely going to have to get some stop leak in here. And I think I used all of mine up. I buy it in cans of 3. And I've already used all 3 cans. Not even on this tractor, on other things. So anyway, I've inspected it pretty good, felt around, dried it off. I'm gonna let it dry off tonight because I do not want rusty rims, and I want it bone dry when I put it on. I'm gonna stop the video here. And look at that blockage. Man, it has not been a successful day. Stop the video here and go with my ass and see if I can chop in the channels I wanted just to get the water draining out of there. Boo, because I need stop leak and valve stems. We'll order them from Amazon tonight. Hopefully they show up in the mailbox tomorrow or the next day. But my little tractor is down. Tractor down. I was supposed to be in the Connex anyway. This was... I picked the wrong job. This is life's way of telling me I picked the wrong job. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Well, you know, the third act of a movie where everything goes against the hero and everything breaks down and the villain gets him and kidnaps his wife, and I don't know, his partner breaks up with him, his chief fires him. That's the act I'm in. But unlike a movie that we know where there'll be a Deus Ex Machina and you'll end up with a really good thing at the end. I don't know. This thing could turn against me. I don't know. So it's the end of a day, and I've had escalations at work. Listen, I threw a chain while chainsawing. My little old tractor's down. Hank didn't even come up for breakfast this morning, so I didn't even have a breakfast partner. He did come up for 3 o'clock oats and 5 o'clock oats. So listen, all you people who said about Hank that I was overfeeding him, look, he's self-regulating. So when I first got him and he was a skinny little skeleton, 5 times a day, man, and he would not leave my trailer. He stayed right there. And now I'm telling you, he is out here. So I talked to Destiny and we decided to go to the dog pound. And now you can do this in the rural countryside, the Humane Society. And there's 4 abandoned horses there right now. So we're talking serious about getting him a rescue buddy. I got a lot to get done. And I don't know if I have the strength in me to take care of 2 very needy horses. Let me rotate. So I ordered the valve stem for that. I ordered it out of stainless steel. It's a multi-valve stem. It does 0.68 as well as 0.42 diameter. I measured that and it was 0.68. So anyway, I should be covered there. And Leah, my micrometer was out. I had to read it like a savage. The digital part was out. Leah fixed that. She's going to bring it to me here shortly. So in the mud. If you've been following along, this was all flooded. And what you didn't see is all the work that I did by hand because I don't have a tractor and I'm trapped in here. All right, let me zoom out. Apparently I'm zoomed in. Am I zoomed in? I am zoomed in. All right, I took that bad boy, my as of destruction. I've had him for a long time. He's quite the workhorse. And by hand, I chopped in a drain right there through that mesquite tangle that destroyed my tractor. So anyway, I chopped a drain in here and I got it all to drain all the way out. So the water is gone, sort of ish. There's a little bit left there. Oh, look at you can't even see with that evening flare. I am no fan of daylight savings time. All right, let me rotate. I'm going to mix this up and put it up, although I wanted to have the victory of me finishing the tractor, tire, and all that. So this pile, if you've been following, was a great big pile. And I was going to put out my digital camera and do a stop motion on it. Listen, I think I've got a little touch of the depression here because I was just too tired to do. Too many things have gone wrong. So I did not put out my digital camera and capture that. That would have been pretty cool to watch me turn that huge pile of brush into something useful. So now I'm going to go run this over So when I'm done pulling the brush out of here, you'll see that this is quite a dirt pile. So that dirt pile I'll break up with the backhoe when I get my tractor fixed. I'm standing on the high spot. This is a high spot. And then it goes down and goes back up. I'm going to apologize for the wind. I always try to cover it and it doesn't work. So forgive my fingers when it's in frame like this. So anyway, I drag out all the lumber I could and until my chainsaw through a chain. I've been working on this. So my goal will be to first take that dirt and pile it up. And I'm going to scrape the topsoil up and pile it. And then dig down and build a little swale here instead of here. Right now the swale's here. I'm just going to shift the swale over to there. And then I'm going to take the dirt out of there and put it here. So that's, there's still some mud spots that are pretty deep here. That's 6-8 inches there. Oh, some of those logs are gone. I mean, I threw them in, they're gone. So I'm going to run this over with my my truck. We'll see if that works. And now I'm going to mix up this video this evening. So wherever there was low spots, and as far as I could, I have put mosquito crossed. Going back to my mama's telling me about corduroy roads. And if anybody's going to put in there that it don't work, you might as well keep them words to yourselves, because I don't want to hear it. I really don't. I don't want to hear that it ain't going to work. You guys give me 2 thumbs up and pretend you agree, and I'll appreciate that. So all right, so there we go. Then I'll take dirt and I'll build it up. Once I get dirt over the logs and I feel good, I'm going to put landscape fabric on top of the dirt and pack it. I might even bring in gravel at that point. I don't know. But all I got here is clay, but it's dimensionally stable clay. You know how when during the drought, other people's clay, you get these big cracks in the yard. This stuff never cracked. Never. It just dimensionally stable. So that's a good thing for me. And so I'm going to go in this evening to Honey's Pizza. And if you all have watched, let's see, what's the Sandra Bullock and Harry Connick Jr. one? Doggone it, I can't even remember. Honey's Pizza forms in it. I have had, listen, to escalations. Today's Wednesday. I have had escalations at work all week. So not this work. This work I've had escalations too. But now I'm talking about the guys who pay my bills. Like, just messes. Every one of them. Not one of them were like, oh, Steve, you don't have to use your brain. Every one of them was like, well, Steve, good luck figuring this out, because Microsoft DSEs are even wondering how. Good luck. I'm part of a big team, so global team, so, and they're all talented, so I appreciate that. But nonetheless, it still takes a lot of mental horsepower. And I've often said to my kids, I said, when you thinking hard all day long, that's just like digging a ditch. There's no difference when you look at the amount of glycol and various sugars and oxygen the brain can consume in a high stress, high mental thing, up to 80% of your free oxygen. So it's a big muscle too, right? So all right, while there's still daylight, I am getting ready to get in my, there she is waiting for me. And I'm gonna run over all of those logs. So we're gonna go put my camera up, and I'm gonna have you watch me run over them logs. Alrighty. Let's see, internet, if this will work out. Let's see here if the wind will knock that down. Alright, let me know if I pop a tire doing this, internet. Help me, internet. You're the only ones who can. Help me, internet. Well, what's the verdict, Internet? Did you guys see if I popped a tire? Did you see? Not too bad. I see that one shifted way out of position. I don't like that. Not half bad. I didn't sink up to my axles, did I? Alright. That one. Alright. Now this one made the most noise, but it's also the least finished. Well, by finished, I mean it has the least amount of cross pieces and backfill. And alright. Well, I sure hope I didn't pop a tire doing that nonsense, but desperate times mean desperate. I would have normally done that with my tractor. Why didn't I? Oh, because I have to drive up to the mailbox, see if UPS dropped off my, let's see, I bought tire slime for the inside of the tire. Sure hope that broken bead's all right. And that new valve stems, about 5 valve stems. So that's why I'd use my truck for this instead of my ag tractor. Not ideal. You know, there's something to be said for being off-grid all by yourself. This self-sufficiency makes you do things that you would not normally do. I would not normally use my work truck as a stick breaker. I like this truck. I really do. All right. I'm going to mix this video up. I guess it'll be 3 parts for fixing the tractor and getting that drive fixed. But, man, I have been a couple days of tough work. And I'm sure these videos are not going to be my usual polished videos. But appreciate y'all riding along. If you have not liked and subscribed, like and subscribed, you're all I got. You know, some guy out here with everything going wrong and he's a little feeling a little blue. It's not half bad to jump in there and throw a, hey, but life will get better for you. And I don't know if it will or not. Life, there's no guarantee. We say those dumb things, but who knows? Who knows? This might be driving down the driveway. Like Ventura and Pet Detective. But it's for real. All right, like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Okay, appreciate y'all. Bye.